Yeah, I've got one more for you that there was a court in North Carolina that upheld an employee's termination because she failed a drug test. Now, interestingly, we've been talking a lot about drugs on this program in light of Missouri's new, relatively new recreational marijuana law. And of course, everybody who knows that, who's been watching this program and who attended our great program we did with Officer Tyler Jenkins on the new Missouri law, knows that I am still recommending that in addition to a positive drug test, that we look for what are called the indicia of impairment or indicators of impairment. Once we see those indicators of impairment, then we should go ahead and still send the employee for a drug test, even though the drug test is not necessarily going to show current impairment. I think the positive drug test with the indicia of impairment will help employers defend a claim of termination if that's the route they take. In North Carolina, the court held that the presence of chemicals in somebody's system who admitted to taking CDB oil for what she called the disability was not a valid reason to exclude her, to overturn her termination. The court concluded a couple of significant things there, that her disclosing that she took CDB oil for a health condition did not make her disabled under the Americans with Disabilities Act. And also, very importantly, that the drug test, the positive drug test, was upheld because she failed a legitimate non-discriminatory reason for employers trying to keep their workplace safe. Yeah. Now, I will tell you that North Carolina, as we've looked at the Ogletree state maps before, that North Carolina does not have a recreational or medical marijuana law. So this decision, while it does have some implications for us here in Missouri, is not the end all and be all of it. I still think that employers really need to focus on those indicia of impairment.
Yeah, absolutely. And those programs are several programs on the AIM University website. If you missed those programs, that you can purchase on demand, as well as we have an investigation program coming up at the end of this month that Bert and I will be performing, and we will cover investigating impairment in the workplace and providing some good resources for that as well. And you can find that online at on the AIM website. All right, Bert, I'm going to give you a chance to take a look at a couple of these comments coming in, particularly from Dave Forsey. I don't know if you can, he's asking, will this apply to your typical existing vacation PTO plans for the new law in Illinois? I think the answer is yes, it would apply. And I think this is a time when you have to sit down and consider your business plans or what your policy is with the new law and decide what, if any, changes need to be made to comply and or to manage in a way that is affordable to you in the business.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, what this means is most employers are going to re-examine the leave that they're already offering to employees, the paid time off, vacation, sick time. And what this is going to do is alter how the leave is accrued and how, and very importantly, how employees can use it, again, on this intermittent basis. And so most employers who have plans that allow for time off for employees are going to have to modify and adjust those plans. Employers, this is really targeted at forcing employers who don't offer any form of paid time off to offer paid time off up to 40 hours. And I see another question from Deborah out there. She's asking, will the paid time off for all workers in Illinois be in addition to all the paid time we already give employees or in place of? We currently give 154 hours to first-year employees. And what I would tell you, Deborah, is that's a nice amount of time to first-year employees, and you'll have to take 40 of those 154 hours. You can either create a new bank of 40 hours in addition to the 154, or you can readjust your policy and take 40 of the 154 and put them into this new bank. So you could, what most employers are probably going to do is take hours out of the existing bank and separate that out into its own type of leave.
All right. Lots of questions here. There'll be more to come. I'm sure Bert would be agreeable to do a little bit more on the program, and we can focus on this specifically as we get closer to mid-year, when it would be time to start developing your plans for the end of the year. Nick, I'm going to call quick audible if I can. We're going to skip Philbert's form. I want to get to Jack right away. Can we kick off Jack's segment with a look at the poll question results, please?